All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the other set of semifinals coming up here. NuFC going up against Team Auto. Should be a good one. Min, lay it on me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit. And that's the introduction for these teams. GG. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna turn over a new leaf here in this game. This is called casting at half speed here.
Really?
So, man, let's take a look at the bands.
All right. So we have I will go through the band this time. So
Do it up.
yeah, Pebbles, Tempest, Polywalk Priest, Wretched Hack, Moraxus, Armadon, and Jeremiah. So pretty much standardized and straightforward bands. Nothing much that stands out. Well, we can see Polywalk Priest finally been banned. Yes, it's often. You will realize that for today's qualifier, we often see Polywalk Priest almost in every single game.
Yeah,
And
that's
finally it's banned.
that's a popular polywog, man. But you know, I've never met another caster so passionate about Polywog Priest, man. I've never heard such passion in your voice. Polywog Priest band. That is, it's like you just opened a birthday gift that you've always wanted your whole life but never got. Just like Polywog Priest is banned. Yes, I knew this was happening in this semifinals. I love it.
Well, yeah. So
Well, it is good news though. And other heroes ban, it is pretty straightforward. No hard carries ban though, which has been, well, something that we've been seeing somewhat frequently, I suppose. Draconis and Silhouette going to be the two carries picked up here. Silhouette was actually first picked by NuFC, which is I don't know if I want to say interesting because we've seen a lot of other more interesting first picks today, but Silhouette is always a good choice. We actually haven't seen much Silhouette play today, and I don't know, man, have we ever casted a game together that was a Silhouette versus Draconis carry? I feel like we have, and I don't remember who won.
yeah. Well, I don't think Silhouette first pick. I mean, in combat in international horn. Well, maybe because it's really popular there, but for Garena horn, I don't think so because many people prefer Draconis and well, we don't really see much of a Dark Lady this game, but more of a Moon Queen. So we can see that we actually prefer more on the Draconis or the Moon Queen strategy to fill out the carry role. So, well, for this game, we actually see a Silhouette, and well, I would like to see this game going on and see how this Silhouette actually perform in this game. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, already looking at this draft, I am heavily favoring NuFC here. Look at that roster, man. That is aggression in a bag. Witch Slayer, Bubbles, Hammerstorm, Pyromancer. I mean, talk about burst damage, magic damage. I mean, you've even got some right-click auto attack action. Every single hero with a stun. That is scary. If they opt to tri-lane, it's going to be scary, and it's going to be hard for this Hellborn team to deal with. Now, they did get Tundra, which is certainly good if they have a Tundra player. But I think the big issue against this really aggressive lineup is that Ophelia. As we mentioned in the previous game, Ophelia has to be in the jungle. She's a very inflexible hero compared to most of the other heroes in the pool. So that means they're going to have two solo lanes and one dual lane, and there's not much they're going to be able to do about it. If NuFC opts for an aggressive tri-lane, that lane's pretty much going to have to be sacrificed. You know, it's one of those things where I worry for Team Auto if NuFC tries to get super aggressive. But we'll see here. It should be interesting. With a lineup like that on NuFC's side, I don't know how this game could not be interesting, man.
Yes, definitely. They got really a lot of AoE stun, and that's one. So they got Silhouette, and he's a really powerful range carry. That's two, and they got Bubbles. That's three. Perfect lineup, and I really like their lineup. It's really almost flawless, I can say.
Well, I know how
Well,
much you like Witch Slayer, man.
Why do you think I like Witch Slayer?
Because every time Witch Slayer gets picked up, you talk about how awesome he is and how much you wish we saw Witch Slayer more. Come on, don't lie. You love Witch Slayer. You want to have like 10 million of his babies.
No,
Maybe not that quite. Well, isn't there a female Witch Slayer skin? Come on now.
No, we don't have one.
All right, my bad. So. I just assumed. All right, here we go. Tundra, though, he's going to be in a sticky wicket. Pyro going to start it off with the stun. Hammer going to follow. Bubbles, then Hammer Storm. Look at all of that stun. Bye-bye, Tundra. Good night. Time to hit the showers, buddy. Go back to the well. That's what I'm talking about. Bubbles going to grab that Bloodlust down here in the bottom line. Bottom lane. Line. Good stuff, man. NuFC off to an aggressive start. That's what we like to see here in the semifinals, man.
And yeah, and there's a bit of misplay down there. I did not know why they actually sent the courier to the top instead of the bottom, where Tundra is actually planned to do a ward. So they should actually Tundra should actually use the wing courier to scout at the bottom lane to actually prevent from being ganked instead of sending the courier to the top lane. It's a bit of misplay using the courier down there. So.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. They were scouting at the top, I guess, afraid of the same thing happening, just guessing wrong, so to speak. So that's definitely a bit unfortunate. Looks like MUFC, though, might do this dual roaming support here. It kind of depends on how much they want to put into this tri-lane. It's going to mean solo Pyro up against solo Fade in the mid, Tundra on Bubbles in the bottom. That does leave us with Witch Slayer, Silhouette, Hammerstorm to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Aluna Draconis. Beautiful graveyard stun there from Witch Slayer. He's going to get counter-initiated on. And he'll survive to tell the tale, but it's going to cost him some hit points.
Yep. So it's going to be a dual mid, and Pyromancer is in big trouble. He's going to be 4 right here, and there's the Burning Shadow and the cow. There goes the kill for Fade. Well played there, and well, actually, it's really painful, the voucher lots. Tornado, I don't know what's the skill called, maybe gas or something like that. So it's really painful at the early game, and it's really very irritating if the gas keeps following you and keeps harassing you out of nowhere, and where you can't actually see the voucher lot. That's the thing. So
yeah, the problem here with spectator mode is we're not privileged enough to see the names of the abilities on the Vulture Lord, so we're just going to call it Tornado. And you really can't see it. It's really unfortunate. But you're right. It does an absurd amount of damage. I'd love to look at that tooltip, because I don't know what the DPS is off the top of my head, but it's really high. Especially in this early game, it can do a pretty considerable amount of damage. The big thing is that you can't kill it. So it's just kind of there, and as you said, it has a really long range, so you can really harass quite effectively. It'll feel you off to a good start. So my fears about this tri-lane being super aggressive are yet to come true, though the pull is going to get warded here. Aluna going to throw down a counter ward. Team Auto looking to be in pretty good shape. So far, I'd say this tri-lane not working out too well for our Legion side. Silhouette 5-5, Draconis 2-5, so both of them really nullifying each other's farm more so than the Contra.
Yeah, that's right. The Legion team really had a powerful tri-lane, and they should really try to set something up. But at the meantime, they can't, because Silhouette does not have a Dead Lotus add up. So I don't think they will be able to do anything. But look at Hammerstorm. He's going to throw the hammer out to Aluna, and after the arm cross, there.
Look at this.
Look at the position.
Man. He's summoning the hammer. He's like, listen, with the what's his ult, with the might of, no, it's I thought he had a cooler name, with the might of, like, jeez, look at his eyes. Jeez, that is Jesus, man, those eyes. He's just, he looks possessed. That's so scary. Okay.
Alright, there we go. So a stun from Hammerstorm, but I don't think there will be follow up. There will be, but not enough to bring Aluna down. That's the issue. So level 1 graveyard, I don't think we'll be able to do a lot much. So, well, at least a good attempt.
Yeah, a noble effort indeed. Aluna just a little too tanky. Yeah, to start things off here. Other lanes, let's take a look at the farms. What's going on? Pyromancer doing a nice job against Fade here in the mid. Fade 11-2, Pyro 13-4, so they're relatively even, though of course Fade did pick up that kill earlier on, so I'm going to skew things in his favor a little bit. Both of them do have their bottles, so rune control will become very important indeed. 4-minute rune popping up here pretty quickly.
Yeah, so looks like it's like a layback and farm game. So, and well, Silhouette, I mean, he's level 3 now, so I suspect he's going to max out his Death Lotus right now, and hopefully we'll be able to set up more stuff with his Death Lotus at a higher level, because without that he don't really have a burst damage to begin with, so it's a bit of a failed tri-lane without the Death Lotus.
Yeah, that's an interesting point to make, and now that he has it, they may be able to set something up. If Hammerstorm finds his way back to the lane, looks like he's going to pick up a mana potion at the old observatory there. And we'll see what Hammerstorm does. He's just kind of camping out here. I thought he was going to head back top, but he's pretty comfortable just camping out in the trees. Let's take a look at the bottom lane. Bubbles sitting 19-7. Tundra 6-0. What happened? Tundra's really... What happened? How is Bubbles beating Tundra so badly? He has a bloody hatchet. What?
Yeah, that's right. I'm... Oh, never mind. At the top lane, Aluna might be a big problem, but well, Hammerstorm is not there. If not, there will be an ensure kill at the mid lane. Wow, Hasted Pyromancer will be able to save his life, and Fate will be in big trouble. He's going to turn his back onto Fate, and well, Pyromancer, he's going to do this, and there goes the Dragonfire, and the kill goes to Pyromancer. And bottom lane, wow, actually Bubbles will be able to pick down.
There was a kill in every single lane at almost the same time. Silhouette killed somebody, Luna up at the top. Bubbles killed Tundra in the bottom, and they were able to kill Fade in the mid. So that was just the trifecta there for Team NuFC. I guess it's safe to say really all 3 of their lanes are kind of winning at this point. They've got 3 solo heroes and 2 roaming supports, Witchler and Hammerstorm, both very low level, both 0. Well,
yeah, but really, like a point that you have just said just now, I really don't know how did Tundra lost to Bubbles in terms of farming when Bubbles don't even have the Ring of Teacher, and Tundra had the Lodge's Hatchet, and it's really ridiculous where he actually lost the farm against Bubbles.
I mean, now I feel bad for not watching this bottom lane. I figured of all the lanes, this would be the most boring. It would be a pretty even farm fest, but somehow Bubbles has greatly come ahead of Tundra. I mean, he's 2 levels up on Tundra now. I mean, he just killed him, so that's going to help. But, yeah, it's a little bit rough. That's bad news bears for Tundra. Of course, Bubbles sitting 2-0 at 350 GPM this early on is great news for NuFC, but I think more importantly, shutting down all of the farm from Tundra is a little bit more important. He is a snowball hero to the max, and without any farm, or very little farm at that, he falls off very, very quickly. Up in the top lane here, looks like we could see some initiation. Hammerstorm going in. There's the stun onto Aluna. Silhouette going to go in. Where's the Graveyard stun? They need to make it happen. Silhouette taking a lot of damage from the Blazing Fury, or Blazing Flight. Aluna is going to fall. It's going to be a 1-for-1 though, and unfortunately, the carry for this Legion team does go down. Oh no, is this going to be a hat trick for Draconis? This couldn't have gone much worse for the Legion. Never underestimated Draconis. That's a hat trick coming out. Wow. Blazing Flight, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Kelp Field going to be used by Bubbles. I don't know why he just wasted the Kelp Field. There's not going to be enough damage to follow up. And Draconis going to survive. So wow, that's got a nice little pick-me-up there. Draconis now, well, back in this game, I guess you could say.
Yep, that's exactly right. So at the meantime, Pyromancer at the mid lane managed to pick up Fate with the Blazing Strike, I suppose. Yeah, that's right. So definitely a kill with the normal combo that we often see from Pyromancer. Dragonfire, Phoenix Wave, and the Blazing Strike. There goes 1 kill. Easy, straightforward. Nothing
Easy.
much to point out. Yep.
Super easy. Fade on red boots definitely is a pretty easy target for that pyro stun, so can't say I'm too surprised.
Okay, so Fate is going to land his skill on Silhouette, and right, it's in big trouble. There goes the Dragon Flame, and the kills goes to Draconis, and well played down there by Faye. Will be able to stock up to Silhouette and get the kill to Draconis. Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Draconis, the saving grace for this Hellborn team. Unfortunately, though, his farm is still not leading the way. Bubbles and Pyromancer are still a hop and a skip ahead of him, especially this Pyromancer. And Pyro is really looking pretty scary in this game. XP per minute, Pyromancer and Bubbles just leading the way. This top tier 1 taking a lot of pressure. There is going to be a port coming in. They might be able to set something up onto Draconis here. Nope, Ophelia going to send him back. I still wish there was a damn animation on that stupid ability. There's no reason why heroes need to just disappear. They could certainly be a little more glowy.
Yes, I totally agree with you. He just disappeared just now. And sometimes when you have against an Ophelia, never mind, I drop the topic down there first. Fate stun onto Silhouette, but Death Loader will be able to take down Fate, and it's a change, and there's a massacre. So it's a 2 against 1. So, well, it's not really a good trade. It's a Fate with a Silhouette and a Pyromancer, so definite advantage goes to the Hellborn team. And what I've said just now is, yeah, you were chasing Dragon, suddenly it just disappeared out of nowhere, and you was wondering, where the hell did that stupid dragon went? And oh, okay, then you think that they had an Ophelia that sent him back to the base. They should at least add some effect to it, to the skill.
I mean, I just, it boggles my mind. We can't be the first people that have been like, oh, that's kind of funky. Yeah, there should probably be an animation on that. I mean, it's like, just, I don't know. I feel like it's just not that great of a revelation. I want to believe that others have revelized also. But you're exactly right. So we're back to an even game here, all tied up 7-7. NuFC was ahead by a nice margin, but they kind of threw it away here. And now they're up against the ropes a little bit. Because of those two roaming supports, Witchslayer and Hammerstorm. Spent a lot of time roaming, and things were great when they were in a Bill Clinton style economy, man. Things were bustling and booming. They were picking up assists. Hammerstorm even got a kill. But now that they've been taken out a little bit, they've been slowed down. The GPMs are starting to look a little bit low. Same in that XP per minute chart. Hammerstorm and Witchslayer are much lower than the others in this game. So it's important to note they need to pick up some kills fairly quickly here if they want to prevent from totally falling off.
Yeah, that's right. So right now the Hellborn team's actually in great shape, but it seems that they are losing. But Draconis is actually in a very great shape for 0 and 2. So, well, I have to say that the Legion team had to stop throwing this because their Silhouette is not getting any much farm. So, yeah, consider that point. Draconis is much more farm than Silhouette, but well, it's not that bad because at least Bubbles and Pyromancer is on par with Draconis. That's one thing. Yeah, they in benefit of at the current situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid one of the problems that NuFC is going to fall into here is they're going to slow down with their super aggressive lineup, and I think they need to keep the pressure on. They need to keep it coming, and well, really shine in this mid game. Well, luckily, though, I guess all things considered, the carry advantage is kind of non-existent in this game. Draconis versus Silhouette, the only two agility heroes in this game, less that of Fade, who of course is not really going to play the carry role. You know, I guess it's going to be a matter of which one farms better than the other. And as you were mentioning, Draconis has a nice advantage over this Silhouette, who really didn't have the best time in that tri-lane top. 2, 3, and 1, most deaths in the game, tied with Fade, is definitely not where Silhouette wants to be. But the scariest statistic, I think, is that 4, 0, and 2 Draconis. Wow, he's off to a great start. And as we've seen, as we know, as we've talked about many a time, the real power of Draconis, his farming power, is in those double and triple stacks in the jungle. And he hasn't even begun to touch that yet. This is all just lane farm and hero kills. So once those supports start stacking, once they get those Ancients rolling, and Draconis starts to pick up even more for him, I mean, he is just going to skyrocket out of control, and I have to imagine it's going to be a lot more effective than the bit of farming that Silhouette is getting down here in the bottom lane. Uh-oh, at the bottom rune, Pyromancer going to get caught. He's going to walk right into the pain train. That'll be a free kill here for the Hellborn. And they're going to shift the tides a little bit and pull ahead for the first time in this game. Witch Slayer now going to get caught. Tundra going to come straight in. He is going to be able to juke the Graveyard Stun. Oh, Tundra maybe playing it a bit too passive. Could have just dropped the ulti right there and picked up an easy kill. Might still be able to make it happen, but wow, I can't believe they're not going to man up on Witch Slayer right here. He's so weak. Oh my god, Tundra, that was a kill smacking you in the face. Witch Slayer's going to get away, Min. Ah.
Yeah, I mean, one cold shoulder and he's there, but well, he's just want to play safe. And well, if it's me, I would be afraid as well. This is a competitive game, so you expect massive teleports occurring in this game. So
yeah.
well, at the top lane, Curfew onto Draconis, but Bubbles is in big trouble. He's going to fall back, if not a big trouble. Oh, Burning Shadows by Fate and followed by Cow, so down goes Bubbles. Well played by Fate, backstabbing Bubbles from the lane, and another tower kill goes to Draconis, and really in great shape, currently at the highest GPM, 349. Yeah.
Yep, highest GPM by a pretty good margin here, up by about 60 over Pyromancer, and yeah, getting that tower kill is certainly going to help. Yeah, to go on about that Witch Slayer point a little bit, you're exactly right. I mean, you do sort of expect that support's going to be coming, and you don't want to be too aggressive, but at the same time, really what did it for me is the fact that A, Witch Slayer has no boots, and Tundra has steam boots.
One skill to death. Yeah,
right, and the fact that he's only level 4 and Tundra's level 9. I mean, all Tundra had to do was drop that Avalanche. Avalanche is not a long cooldown. 80 seconds, it would be halfway up by now. He could have just dropped it on Witch Slayer. That would have been a free kill, and that's that. So that was really my gripe right there. Was he had all the tools to make it happen and just chose not to use, well, really just chose to put the screwdriver down and say, I'm saving it for another day, man. In the mid lane, the tier 1 tower does fall, and that's just fine, because in the bottom lane, our Hellborn team was able to pick up a tier 1 tower kill as well. 3k gold, 3k experience lead now for Team Auto. And they're still in pretty good shape here. Looks like they're just going to group up and easily take out this tier 1 tower in the mid. The big problem here is really just the levels game. Lowest level on the Hellborn team, level 7. Lowest on the Legion is level 4. On that Witch Slayer. Both Witch Slayer and Hammerstorm are practically free kills if they get caught remotely far forward. If you combine the two of them, I guess you could probably call this game a 4v5 at the moment, given how far behind those two are. Maybe that's a bit of an overstatement, Min, but that's the way I think about it in my head.
Yeah, their levels are pretty low, but well, right now Hammerstorm had the Hammer Throw at level 3, so it's not much useless yet, because if he can land a splendid hammer throw on the opponent, then it should work out fine. So the problem is Witch Slayer. Witch Slayer definitely needs some level, as we always mention that Witch Slayer has so much potential as a hard support, and
I knew
if
it.
you put
Listen, he's gonna go on about Witch Slayer. He's your best friend.
No, he's not my best friend. I'm just taking the facts. So.
God. No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I agree with you completely, though. The point you're making.
Yeah. Oh, so fit. He just walked into the water wrap, and there he goes. Wow, nice graveyard stun by Witch Slayer. So, well played there. Again, once again, Witch Slayer.
But yeah, Witch Slayer really, it's a bummer seeing him this underfarmed, because he has so much more potential. If he was level 11 instead of this Bubbles, Witch Slayer would be living like a king right now, but instead, he's not having a good time. He is only 0-1-4 though, so he's actually doing a pretty damn good job avoiding death. Hammerstorm as well. I mean, Witch Slayer just picked up his red boots. All in all, I think he's been doing a pretty good job given how low his farm is.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. So, like we say, Witch Slayer, at least you meet the level 6 requirement. So, at least you have the silver bullet. So you will be able to do somewhat a massive amount damage at one target. And for example, like right now their carry is Draconi, so if you have the silver bullet, will might be able to help your assist your teammate to bring down Draconis at even a faster pace. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one thing you might want to consider reaching level 6 as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, that's definitely true. Hammerstorm is having a slightly better time than Witchslayer here. Not by much, but ever so slightly. He's at least got his steam boots complete. And you're exactly right. I mean, Hammerstorm level 6 really doesn't do so much, but Witchslayer, he's almost like a different hero, kind of on par with Polywog Priest. He hits level 6 kind of around the same time or ahead of most of the other heroes, man. That ultimate can be so powerful. If he's the first to hit level 11 in a game, damn, that Witchslayer. So the game definitely slowing down a little bit. Both sides just comfortable, sitting back, farming away, playing a little bit of Farmville. Draconis going to take out a nice double stack set of Ancients here. Legion Ancients are double stacked, but yet to be killed.
Yep, that's right. So look how fast Draconis is able to farm the ancient stacks even without any items, just the blazing flight and the dragon flame. So wow, that's one thing that those players who doesn't know Draconis full potential, this is it, able to farm any stacks efficiently with just 2 skills.
Yep. That's exactly right. He has now finished his Nullstone, though, so that will beginning of the reign of fire here from Draconis. The great thing about Blazing Flight as well, it's so mana efficient, it's such a low cooldown. You can just use a little sprint ski to get around the map, you know? He just moves faster than everybody else, so he is a slightly more efficient farmer in the jungle as well because he can move from camp to camp ever so quickly. So, more things about why Draconis is just ridiculous. Silhouette in the bottom lane going to get engaged on, may be able to survive, and indeed she will. Pyromancer going to hop in to keep her good buddy Silhouette alive. So the rest of this Hellborn team down here is going to back up, and they should do so in a fancy manner. Hammerstorm and Bubbles are coming in, and maybe possibly could have made it rain right there. But opting to play a little bit more defensive. I think Hellborn needs to be a little bit careful here, though. It's all 4 heroes grouped up in the bottom, Silhouette farming. Fade is way up in the middle of no man's land, and here comes Draconis. Ophelia going to be right in the front line with those Vagabond leaders, and this tier 2 in the bottom. I don't know if it's going to fall here, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of damage. We'll see what NuFC wants to do if they want to hold this off.
Yeah, so I think it will be a free tower for the Hellborn team. Definitely, they will attempt to deny, but wow, 45 activated, but I think there's no avail to it. So it's still gonna be a tower for the Hellborn team. So
Yep.
Yep,
and now Silhouette may be in a little bit of a sticky wicket here. We're going to see Tundra blink a little bit too far forward. He's got an avalanche coming up in about 3 seconds, and oh no, it's not going to be up in time. The Dragon Flame not up either. A smart play from Silhouette to port out just in the nick of time. Very unfortunate. That avalanche, like 2 seconds away, would have been a very, very easy kill. Bubbles has now picked up his portal key as well, as Pyromancer has picked up his. So a lot of portal keys coming out in this game. Fade and Tundra have both picked up theirs as well.
Yep, that's right. So once again, another initiation game. So who initiates first might get the chance of the upper hand. So in this case, well, I would think that the Hellborn team will have more chance to actually initiate because firstly they have Fate. Well, his reflection is actually good to cause initiation to go on. So that's one reason why I placed my bet on Hellborn team. If not, I would choose Bubbles because Bubbles is the second one, which is really fast, and he can just initiate with the curve field and boom, the initiation go on. So yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, my friend. Other item pickups, Astrolabe on Ophelia, and that's about all I'm seeing here. I think Draconis has spent some of that hard-earned cash, though. I'm kind of curious what he's moved into. Imagine it may be a firebrand of sorts, but I'm so sorry. I really am so sorry. It's catching up with me, man. It really is. I forget what I was going to say. I don't know. We're going to see. Oh, no. Fades down here. Looking to make something happen, but not going to find it. Let's look at the GPM chart. Draconis leading the way. 417 gold per minute. Still in great shape. Still leading Farmer, Pyromancer second, but more importantly, we see Silhouette still a pretty big margin behind Draconis here. I think that margin's really going to start to show as this game continues. Wow, we have a very early Kongor attempt here. There is a Ward of Sight for this Legion team, kind of in the high ground of the jungle, but it's not going to give them a hell of a lot. They do have one up here as well. But I don't know if they're really going to be able to contest this as much as they would like. Kongor going to take a good bit of damage. He's down pretty low, into about a third or so. It's a pretty risky play, but of course, if they pull it off, the rewards, well, the rewards will be quite good. The spoils.
So definitely right. So, well, the Legion team right now is waiting for the chance. I mean, they are waiting if they are going to continue for the Congo, but most probably not. But I think, yeah, exactly. So they're going to deward the Wall of Sight and make sure the Legion team does not have any sight at the Congo pit. And after pushing the mid lanes a bit, and I think they will go ahead with the Congo again. So, well, there's the Pyromancer illusion. Oh, there's an initiation go by Bubbles, but no follow up at all. I mean, wow. Okay, there we go. Blazing Strike onto Ophelia will be bringing down, and Witch Slayer will go down as well. As Silhouette is going down, but he managed to go up. So managed to keep him alive. Bubbles going down, definitely. Wow, really lucky play by Silhouette. He actually managed to went up to the slope, and I don't think they have any Wall of Sight on Birth, so they can't actually spot Silhouette.
Yeah, I saw that ward there, but then I realized it was a Legion ward, so exactly right. Very nicely done by Silhouette to abuse that high ground, but I think that really the fundamental problem of that engage was that Bubbles didn't have his kelp field up. It was still on cooldown right when they engaged it for another 20 seconds or so. And that just makes everything a bit more difficult, so... Very nice fight for the Hellborn team. Gonna finally pull ahead again here. 6k gold, 6k experience. And of course there is a token of life on Mr. Draconis here. And
oh, Tundra. Whoa, lucky Tundra.
lucky.
Token of life.
So I want to know what this Draconis is going for, though. I know he's been spending his money. He should have a lot more in the bank by now, so he has been buying stuff. But it is just sitting in the chat, It's sitting in the
stash.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Unfortunately, we can't see. Oh, it's a shrunken head. There you go. That's what he's been working. I knew it was something. A shrunken head makes perfect. I should have said shrunken head. I had the opportunity to sound smart there, man, and I didn't go for it. All that magic damage, Shrunken Head absolutely makes the most sense to me. I don't know why he would go anything else after Nullstone. Big ups to P-Car Lord G.
P-Car Lord G?
Does that mean something bad?
I don't know what it means.
In Asian? I don't know what it means either, but... It's not like Chinese profanity or something?
No, it's definitely not Chinese.
Well, I don't know. Some other language that I don't understand.
Yeah,
is it a bad word in any language, Min?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I mean, if it's a vulgarity, then we are in deep shit right now.
Yeah, we're in deep shit right now. We just cursed out the Pope. Oh man. Let's see other item choices here. Looks like Tundra going to be working on a shaman's headdress of sorts, so I imagine that will turn into a barrier idol. Pyromancer now with his very own shrunken head and Silhouette.
What do you have?
Silhouette. Well, he's up to 1,000 gold. This is a slow game, Min. There have not been many kills in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, that's right. So I hope that they're gonna use this token really really wisely and not just waste it. So perhaps they're gonna do some pushing right now because Draconis already had the Nowstone and the Stronger head. So no point dragging, just push it. I mean, you why not take an easy game than rather you drag the game and make it a hard game.
Well, I totes agree with you, man. I don't know. They could totally push up. I mean, I don't know if they can take a fight in the tier 3, but they can absolutely take and engage here if it's not within tower range. So with those Ophelia minions as well, they may actually be able to just do considerable damage to the tower. It's all about engagement, though, kind of Tundra versus Bubbles a little bit on that front. Who is going to initiate on who? And we'll see. The tower is going to get chipped away. Ophelia going to send in the minions. Ophelia Micro, that one Minotaur, is running a little bit low on health.
None of the teams wants to initiate.
Yeah.
The Hellborn team tries to go in, but the Legion team is really totaling really well. And look at Draconis, he's at the front line and they are not really doing anything. They just totaling all the way. So I think, I think that the Hellborn team is waiting for the initiation so they can counter initiate. They are just waiting for them to cast the spell on Draconis and they will just blink in all the way. So
I mean, Draconis really is the best one to be in the front because, of course, the portal key on Tundra. Draconis is the tankiest, and he's got the token, so they want that engage to come his way. Bubble's going to open with the Kelp field, but again, the team follow-up not going to be there. That's going to be a wasted ulti, and that's kind of the initiation this Legion team was looking for. The ultimate coming out from Ophelia, going to top him off. Pyromancer going to fall. Look at all that damage coming out from Draconis. And he's going to continue pressing forward here. I think our Hellborn team is going to be able to steamroll this fight from this point forward. Silhouette actually going to buy back, though. They need to be a little bit careful. Silhouette can turn the tide of this fight. Glyph going to be used. I think they're going to be able to hold this barracks. His Bubble's going to buy back as well. Nope, he's just going to pour it in. And Draconis still has the token in hand. They may just go ahead and back up, reset this fight, save their cooldowns for another day. And they will do that indeed. Still think that was a favorable exchange for the Hellborn team. I think they came out ahead in kills and, of course, almost took out the tier 3 tower down here in the bottom. So very nicely done.
Yeah, that's right. They had they killed Silhouette, forced her to get a buyback, as well as bringing the defense tower near to 10% of its HP, or maybe 20%. Maybe 10% is too aesthetic. It's too inappropriate. So and the best thing is Draconis still has his token. So it's wise to just do the reset and gear up, get ready for the second push, and definitely after the second push the defense tower is definitely good to go down.
Yeah, especially without the Glyph. Well, that's a good thing to point out that I kind of skipped over. Silhouette did buy back, and I didn't really get any kills out of the buyback itself. It certainly did help keep the racks alive, so I don't want to say it was a wasted buyback, but it was probably not a cost-effective buyback, so to speak. So, a little bit unfortunate for Silhouette, but kind of made the necessary choice there, I think.
Yep, if Silhouette did not buy back, I don't think they will back off as well. So, it's kind of a forced buyback, but in another sense, he defended his base, so it's not a bad issue. But it's a waste of gold in the end.
Yep, absolutely. So it looks like the Hellborn team going to continue their pushing efforts here down in the bottom lane. They've got all their cooldowns up. Of course, the token still in the inventory of Draconis. And how much time is left? Is that 10 seconds? Is the token really about to expire? Has it been that long?
Yes, that's right. So the token is going to expire right here, right now. Wow. There he goes.
There it goes. It's just gone. That's pretty unfortunate, man. That's really not what Draconis was looking to do, although Barrier Idol was just picked up by Tundra, so that is definitely a big item choice. Draconis, my man, you need to be a little bit careful here. He's chipping away at that tower. And let's see what the team does here.
So looks like they are still positioning themselves, looking for chance to initiate, and the Hellbourne team don't really want to initiate because they don't really want to risk. They just want to poke the tower and make sure it's down. Oh, I mistake. Sandra actually went in, and there's a bit engaged. Nice Burning Shadow actually caught 3 hero, and the Dragon Flame actually, wow, just killing every single one of them except for 2 heroes left, and actually force a buyback, and Bubbles is in big trouble. He's going to go down right here, right now. There's the Burning Shadow, and Silhouette is also in big trouble, but they are not going to continue. They're just going to go for the melee barracks, and there goes the Rex. And next will be the ranged barracks, and definitely going to be a Dragon Flame coming out from Pyromancer, but the follow-up of Silhouette will be able to bring down Tundra. So well played there, and they're going to just force Draconis back, but Draconis, oh, he suddenly disappeared. That's what we always say. Add some effects to it. I mean, he just disappeared out of nowhere.
He just disappeared. Oh, wait a second. That's Ophelia, the master of deception.
That's Ophelia. I was shocked as well. He just disappeared out of nowhere. So, wow, really well played down there. Really an advantage of the Hellbourne side. So, they managed to get 2 racks down. So, good news for them.
Yep. Absolutely right. And of course, Silhouette's last buyback, I think you mentioned that. Wow. Silhouette already out of buybacks here, 33 minutes in, 35 minutes in, whatever it is. That is really quite scary. And the big difference now is we see 2 buybacks back-to-back for Silhouette. He's got no items. He's still on that original Nullstone. Meanwhile, Draconis has now transitioned into a Shrunken Head and also has a Slayer picked up for what inevitably will be a Savage Mace here on the Courier. Well, now it is a Savage Mace. Scratch that. So, wow. Big disparity between Draconis and Silhouette at this point. And I think it's safe to say Draconis is going to carry this game. He is just out of control, man.
Yeah, that's right. So he's definitely out of control right now, but well, for now, I don't think they will be able to stop Draconis for now, at least. Yeah. So, but if they manage to actually land their crowd control onto Draconis, might be able to burst him down because he really has like almost 2k HP, but he's not really that tanky. But on the other hand, he's really painful, and if you don't burst him down, he will burst you down. That's the thing you have to take note. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, he just hits so damn hard now that no one's going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with him. That last fight, Draconis was tearing through the Legion team like they were butter to a warm knife. Now that he has a Savage Mace, I mean, it's not even going to be fair. Draconis in kind of an awkward spot, though. He's trying to take out Kong. Of course, our Legion team does know about it. And they are going to initiate something. Pyromancer are going to go in. He's going to try and make it happen. He does have BKB on, but he is going to get Avalanche. Of course, it does go through it. Bloodbath now for Draconis. He's doing a hell of a lot of damage, trying to find another target. And actually not really connecting. All the portal keys being used, and it will result in no deaths. No deaths indeed. And I believe this will be the second Kongor kill of the game here in favor of Team Act. You see Bubbles creeping on the side here. I think he wants it. He's hungry for a token. I don't know that he's going to be able to get it, though.
Well, maybe yes, maybe no, and I think no, because he just cast his Shelter, so he's gonna back off from there. As Fit is hunting for him, so yeah, back off Bubbles, and a free Kongor. Once again, token alive for the Draconis, yeah.
Yep. Exactly right. Kongor's down. There's the token, and things are scary once again.
So looks like they are not going to push middle lane, and they're just gonna go back to the jungle. Draconis continue farming, and well, Ophelia's gonna hit top to defend. Yeah, so they're still gonna delay this game. I'm not sure why. They actually had the potential to end this game right here, now.
What could they possibly be waiting for? What next item does Draconis need to win this game. He's got a freaking Savage Maze. Silhouette went Portal Key. I mean, that's not a bad choice, but Silhouette just has no stats. Draconis is going to cut through him like butter. Silhouette hitting for 100, 113 to 118. Draconis 240 to 246. Double the damage of Silhouette, and he has 500 more HP. I mean, they absolutely could just push up here. The longer they wait, the easier it's going to be for Silhouette to farm up a bit. I just don't understand what they're farming for. You know, what item are they going for before they end it?
Yes, exactly, because Hammer Stomp, he's really near to his Drunken Head. Not really near, or he got it already. I'm not pretty sure. I don't think so. So he has the 2 items for Drunken Head, and it's really pain in the ass if their team start getting Drunken Head and you lost your power. I mean, you are no longer in the upper hand. I mean, why not just end it now when you are so painful? I mean, they can't even stand your auto attack, so just end this game right now. And I think they hit my advice and they're gonna do it right here, and they're gonna start with the tower.
Looks like they may have heard us, because that's exactly what's happening here. So even Ophelia with a vulture guy making a tornado to scare them all back. Look at that.
Yep.
This tower gonna fall completely unchecked. The Legion feeling as if they don't have a huge defense here. Bubble's gonna go straight in. He's just gonna shell surf out though. No kelp field gonna be used quite yet. The racks are just gonna fall before the initiation comes. I don't know what this Legion team is waiting for. If they want to keep their racks alive, they needed to go 10 seconds ago. And now the top lane of racks is down. 1 lane of racks to go. And it looks like they're just going to head that way. There's a tower up, but they ain't afraid of no ghosts. This tower going to drop pretty quickly here. And oh, there we go. There's that initiation. Bubbles going in. And wow, Ophelia going to get dropped like a rock. Too bad Draconis is just too much here, man. He is just melting faces. And
yeah, that's right.
Bubbles, well, you may survive a moment longer, but ooh, nice portal key work. Bubbles and Silhouette, the only 2 alive. Ophelia, the only one to go down for the Hellborn team.
Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, look at Draconis just now. His damage is like, oh my god, he's just melting. Everyone like what you have just described. Literally melting with his fire. And wow. Looks like it's gonna be the last rank. And once again, Mega Creep. And you have the permission to CC the game.
Mega Creeps, I'm telling you, man. Garena rules, you're not allowed to CC unless Mega Creeps are out. Never want to give up too early. And they're just gonna watch Draconis kill their melee barracks here. They're gonna focus down Draconis. Of course, he still has the token, so even if they kill him, he's just gonna pop right back up. Fade taking a lot of damage. He's gonna run for the hills. Silhouette getting dangerously low. Draconis says, "Screw it! I just want the barracks. I want to get out of this game." And that's what he's gonna do. He takes a silver bullet to the face, but really makes no difference. Bull's gonna take an avalanche to the face now. He's gonna fall as well. Bloodbath continuing for this Draconis. 12-0-10 Draconis. He's yet to concede a single death. And he had a hell of a start in this game. He never let go of any of that momentum. And here we're going to see the engage continue here. Aluna somehow still alive. And, wow, Ophelia gonna fall again. Poor Ophelia. She tried so hard, but died so big.
She tried so hard, but died so big.
It was a noble effort.
That's really nice. Yeah, noble effort.
Maybe some magic armor would go a long way, Ophelia. Still, I mean, just all these people here. I just took a screenshot. Whoops. With all this magic damage on the Legion team, I'm sort of surprised to see less investments. Only 1 on Fade and 1 on Silhouette at the moment. But it's looking like we're moments from a GG here, Min. This last tower is gonna fall in due time, and in certain due time.
Yes, definitely. 1 minute from now, definitely, it's gonna be a GG. But there's no GG weapon card, and well, perhaps they think that they really did a lot of mistakes in this game, and it's not a GG for them. Well, that's just my assumption. Don't take it too hard. I'm just joking, guys.
Well, could be the case. I mean, this Legion team, they started out ahead. We can't forget how far ahead they were to start off this game. And there was some throwing action to some degree. I mean, they had a pretty nice lead, and they just had a series of bad engages back to back to back. And, well, ultimately it was the beginning of the end for them, and it cost them the game. So, match stats. Come on, match stats. We do this every game. Can't you just... Alright, screw it. Alright, guys, stay tuned. We got more Han coming your way.